Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm Holly. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today I'm sharing with you a recipe that I had to improvise at least on one of the ingredients. So I hope that you enjoy the recipe. It is a creamy chicken and spinach enchilada, but you need 3 cups of shredded chicken, and I'm using a rotisserie chicken as usual, and 1.5 cups of shredded Monterey Jack cheese, 3 tablespoons of milk, and this is where I'm improvising. I'm using the green chilies. It calls for about 5 or 6 teaspoons, of green Tabasco sauce. I didn't have that. I have the red, so I'm just using the chopped chilies for that. And you need about 2 green onions chopped up. And I'm using Carb Balance, the whole wheat tortillas, but it calls for flour tortillas, but I decided to use the whole wheat just to make it a little healthier. And these are great to use in these recipes. A half a block of cream cheese, and it calls for 9 ounces of creamed spinach. So this is 10 ounces, but it worked fine in this recipe. And the first thing you will do is add the cream cheese to a large bowl, and as I've mentioned before in other videos, I like to spread that cream cheese out just a little bit. Even though it's softened, it just helps make everything mix up a little bit better. But if you have the green Tabasco sauce, you would add that first. Otherwise, add the green chilies, and I really thought this added some flavor to it, so I would probably make this again with the same thing. And once you mix that up, add the thawed spinach. And just remember that's creamed spinach. Then mix everything up really well. And once you have that mixed up, the next step would be to take about a half a cup, and you want to put that in a separate bowl. So we're going to reserve this little bit here, but add the 3 tablespoons of milk first. And just mix that up, and it looks a little runny, but it's going to be fine. So put that to the side, and then you will add the chicken to the rest of this mixture, and then add half a cup of the cheese. Add the green onions, and if you want to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt that it calls for, you can. I'm leaving the salt out because I feel like everything else has a lot of salt in it. So just mix everything up thoroughly. And I wanted to show you why I'm not adding this salt. As you can see here, this cream spinach has over 900 milligrams of sodium, so it did not need the extra salt. It was perfect the way it was without it. But you will just take 6 tortillas, and you want to just heat those up. It says to blister them. Mine will not do that. So spray a baking dish, and once you have all the tortillas heated up, and that to me helps it fold a little bit better. Add that spinach mixture, and you want to make sure it's equally divided among at least 6 of the tortillas, and then just roll it up. I ended up with 5 tortillas. I thought I had 6, but I had 5 on that plate, so it probably would have been enough for 6 tortillas. And as you can see, some of them I filled a little bit more because I felt like I needed more. But yeah, I just completely forgot 1 extra tortilla, but these worked out great because 5 of them fit into that pan. So just continue to roll those up, and just make sure you put it seam side down. And now take the spinach that you had reserved, and you will spread this over the top, and just make sure you get it on each of those enchiladas as much as you can. And now take that cup of cheese that you have left, and you will spread that over the top of the spinach mixture. And I try to get to the edges so that way the edges don't dry out. So just make sure you try to get it completely covered. And of course, if you want a little bit of extra, I had a little bit extra that I shredded. I decided just to add some more of that to this. Now you don't have to. We like a lot of cheese, and as I said, this is a pretty healthy dish other than probably the cheese that's added to this, but add whatever you feel your heart desires. But I think that was enough for us. But then we put this in the oven on 350 for about 20 minutes. And once it's bubbly and that cheese gets a little brown, then it's ready to take out of the oven, because you're just heating it through. But this is what it looks like when it's done, and it really was delicious. Really did enjoy this one. Like I said, it's fairly healthy. Even though that spinach has a lot of sodium in it, you're not eating the whole box at one time. So it's separated between at least 5 or 6 of these. So it is a good meal, very delicious. And even without the green Tabasco, it turned out great. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you try to make this for your family. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing more like it, please click that subscribe button, the notification bell. That will notify you when I post new videos. I hope everyone has a blessed day, a great week ahead. God bless y'all.